Okay, we're joined now in the downtown den with Colin Sinclair, Chief Exec of Knowledge Quarter Liverpool and Sciontec Liverpool. Hi, Colin.
Hi, Chris. How you doing?
Very well. Yourself, mate?
Yeah, very well. Mixing working from home with going into our office at Liverpool Science Park and the whole sort of surreal nature of where we all find ourselves.
Yeah, it's been a whirlwind of a week, the past 7 days. Colin, can we just kick off? Can you just give an overview to the viewers of what the Knowledge Quarter is?
Hopefully a lot of your viewers have heard of the Knowledge Quarter by now, and the misnomer in that it actually covers about half the city centre, so it's a big quarter. It's a mayoral innovation district, mayoral development zone created by Mayor Anderson, probably one of the first in the country and the largest in the country. And we've been going for about 3 years, and a lot of the things you can now physically see happening, like Paddington Village, are in the Knowledge Quarter.
Okay, and the difference then between the Knowledge Quarter and the Sciontec Liverpool side of things?
So Knowledge Quarter is about strategy. So we're a collaboration, we're a partnership of the universities, the hospitals and the city council. And our role is to develop a strategy for a world-leading innovation district and deliver that through projects like Paddington Village and our support for things like Upper Central. However, there's only so much you can do with a strategic body. So we wanted to get really hands-on and create real world-class science and tech facilities in Liverpool and potentially across the city region. So that's what Scientec is. It's just simply science, innovation, technology put into one word, Scientec. And Scientec Liverpool is now jointly owned by Liverpool City Council, Liverpool John Moores University, University of Liverpool, and our new partners who have bought into the company are Bruntwood and Legal and General. So it's a great combination of people who are absolutely committed to really turning Liverpool into a leading centre for science and tech, and that couldn't be more topical now with where we find ourselves with coronavirus.
Yeah, do you just want to expand on that then, and the relevance that is happening at this moment and the work that you guys are doing up there around COVID-19?
Well, if you take two of our current projects, you look at Paddington Village with the Spine, they're one of the 4 healthiest buildings in the world, and gosh, we're all going to need that. But also an absolute focus through the Royal College of Physicians and the universities on things like digital health and preventative medicine, really tackling infection and disease at the front line. That's a big part of that, but so is Liverpool Science Park. We took over the operation of Liverpool Science Park back in April. The building's now 100% occupied. There's always a little bit of space if people want to move in because businesses grow and move about. But it's a fully occupied building, and our customers include lab customers, and without going into detail on areas which are security relevant, a lot of the coronavirus work happens in and around our buildings.
Okay. I will bring up, I know we hosted an event with you guys a few weeks back now, which I couldn't attend, sadly. Frank and Helen were talking very highly of it. Can you just give us an overview what was discussed at that event and who was there and who's involved in moving this thing forward?
It was a brilliant event, and all credit to Downtown for hosting it with us. We had a Professor Janet Hemingway there, who for many years has led the School of Tropical Medicine, and getting her insight into what was then the very early outbreak of COVID-19, of coronavirus, was really interesting. And it was very clear her scientific mind had a stance on it that wasn't being reported to us in the news, really. And I think everybody at the dinner was absolutely captivated. But some brilliant input from other people there. Mark Power from Liverpool John Moores University, colleagues from University of Liverpool like Anthony Hollander, key players from the health sector, the chief executive, Alder Hay. What was really, the whole topic was very much around, we are a world leader, particularly in areas around health innovation, life sciences, the link of that to digital, artificial intelligence, big data. And as a city, we need to really push that forward and not only improve the health outcomes of all of our people in Liverpool, but develop that talent and that skill set and retain our graduates and move to a point where we're recognised as a world health leader. Now, this coronavirus situation is something none of us could ever have dreamt could happen. It's never happened in our lifetimes, or probably, since going back to the Spanish flu. So it's a terrible time, but it's a time when Liverpool can stand up and be counted and prove how we can play a part in not only getting our economy out of the difficult times ahead, but in preventing this kind of thing happening again.
And that's, yeah, spot on. And it's been quite inspirational to see actually everyone rallying together, in the wider community and certainly the business community as well. We are at the very beginning of this thing, and who knows sort of what the coming weeks and months will bring. How do you envisage, though, this could potentially change how we work in the future?
I think it'll change it a lot. It's been fascinating to see how the internet and how all our IT infrastructures are holding up to this. And so far, touch wood, it's working pretty well for most people. And it really does help that only those who urgently need to go into work go in. And the rest of us, I do still have to go in occasionally to keep Liverpool Science Park operational. But the majority of us can and should stay at home, and we're all now getting used to, who had heard of Zoom a few weeks ago? People might have heard of Skype, but everything now, it's all Zoom. Microsoft Teams is proving invaluable. We've got a Knowledge Quarter Scientec, Liverpool Science Park team. We're all talking on Microsoft Teams, and first thing in the morning to last thing at night. We're all getting used to a new way of communicating. So what Downtown do in terms of events and networking and those fantastic dinners, that's going to remain part of what we do. But everyday working will change. We'll do a lot more by conference and video call. And then we'll need different kinds of offices and workspace. So, will you really need an office for everybody? We can empower people now to get on and work from home. I've always believed you should be able to empower and trust your people from work from home. I think this is making most businesses realize that it's a good thing and that you don't need to be in work every day. And that'll change the whole office and the property world.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting times for sure. We'll just touch on, if we can, Colin, on the hospitality sector. Obviously, the visitor economy plays a huge part to the Liverpool City region. They've had a tough week thus far. Can you just give us your thoughts on that particular industry?
Yeah. I'm chair of Club Liverpool, who are there to attract world-leading conferences and exhibitions to Liverpool, not just ACC, the arena, but all the hotels and venues. And this is a really, really tough time. And I think we've got to do everything we can to keep all of our businesses, all of our SMEs, everybody in the hospitality sector. And as well, hopefully more news to come from the Chancellor, the self-employed in business. And there's a lot going on in Liverpool. I'm talking to the key people at the universities and at the City Council every day. And there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes to not only try and get the best we can out of our national government to make sure that as a city and a city region, we can support businesses going forward. We know if we do better at protecting our businesses than the rest of the UK or the rest of Europe or the rest of the world, we'll be in a stronger position as we come out of this. You said stay positive. I'm always positive, but let's be realistic. We could have a very deep recession, but we could also, if we work together and sort this out, have a very short recession. And we want Liverpool to be the best placed city in the country to come out of that as we all get back to some kind of normality in our lives.
Yeah, spot on. We'll wrap things up now, Colin. Thanks for joining us.
It's a pleasure.
Then, when normality resumes, you will be hoping for the football season to be finished.
Yeah. Yeah, this is an Everton fans conspiracy, isn't it? The lengths you lot will go to. I mean, I'm a huge Red, as you know, massive fan of Liverpool, have been all my life, but also a big fan of Sale Sharks as well. And, you know, what a season Sale have had with Factor Clerk and second in the Premiership. And so, you know, I'm really hoping that both the football and the rugby seasons can come to a proper conclusion. It would be a disaster if they didn't.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the rugby holds up as well financially. Obviously slightly different, isn't it, to the Premier League and the money that's there. So, yes, we'll see how that all pans out. But yeah, thanks again, mate, for joining us.
Pleasure.
Catch up soon.
Keep up the good work, Chris. See you soon.
Bye now.